Do you always say yes, even when your whole body is screaming no? Do you feel that tightness in your chest when someone asks for something, and you already know you're going to say yes, not because you want to, but because you don't want to feel guilty? Maybe you hate confrontation, or maybe you're scared of being seen as rude, difficult, ungrateful. So you agree. You smile. You say, sure. You clear your schedule. You drop everything. You give and give and give. And later, you feel resentful, drained, like you're slowly disappearing, piece by piece. But no one sees that part. They only see the version of you who's always there, the one who never says no. And somewhere deep down, you wonder, why can't I just say no? Why do I feel so bad, just for choosing myself? If this is you, you're not alone. And more importantly, this isn't your fault. But it's time you understand why this keeps happening, and how people, sometimes even the ones closest to you, are using it against you. Let's go back, not to the last time you said yes when you didn't want to, but way earlier. When you were a child, what happened when you said no? Did you get scolded? Were you told you were being selfish, difficult, disrespectful? Or maybe you were praised when you made others happy, when you shared, stayed quiet, helped out, smiled. You were the good kid, the easy one, the peacemaker. And slowly, without even realizing it, you learned that love is something you earn by being agreeable. You learned that it's safer to put other people first, that your needs can wait, that your feelings are less important than someone else's comfort. And the scary part is, this training worked. You became the reliable one, the strong one, the helper. But no one taught you how to say, no, that doesn't work for me. I need space. I matter too. So now, as an adult, you still carry that fear. The fear that saying no means you're letting someone down, that it makes you a bad friend, a bad partner, a bad person. But here's the truth. You weren't born with that guilt. It was taught to you. And if it was taught, you can unlearn it. You probably don't even notice it anymore, but every time you say yes when you mean no, you abandon yourself. You put someone else's needs before your own. Again, and again, and again. And the cost? It's not just time. It's not just energy. It's you. That mental exhaustion you feel. That's not laziness. That's emotional burnout. From constantly filtering yourself, monitoring every word, every tone, every reaction to keep other people happy. That tight feeling in your chest when someone asks for just one more thing. That's your body screaming for a boundary, and that resentment you try to swallow. It grows, quietly, slowly, until one day, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. You're so used to being what everyone needs. You forgot what you need. You've made peace your full-time job, but inside, you feel anything but peaceful. And here's the hardest part. No one's going to rescue you, because to them, you're fine, you're helpful, reliable. You never say no. But that's not a compliment. That's a warning sign, and it's time to pay attention. Let me ask you something. Have you ever agreed to something, even though every part of you was screaming no? But you still said, okay? Not because you wanted to, but because you didn't want to be seen as difficult, selfish, rude, disrespectful. This is where guilt sneaks in. And guilt, when planted by the wrong people, becomes a weapon. Here's how it works. Someone asks you for a favor. You hesitate. And immediately they say things like, wow, I didn't expect this from you. I thought we were close. After everything I've done for you? That's not love. That's emotional blackmail. And sometimes it's subtle. They sigh. They act disappointed. They make you feel like you owe them. And here's the twisted part. The more kind-hearted and empathetic you are, the easier you are to control. Why? Because manipulators know you'll overthink. You'll feel bad. You'll try to make it right. They depend on your guilt. They bank on your discomfort. And they know you'd rather hurt yourself than risk hurting their feelings. So they push, again and again, until one day you're not even living your life anymore. You're managing everyone else's expectations. How many times have you said yes just to avoid disappointing someone? And how many times did that yes cost you sleep, peace, or sanity? All right, so you've realized you've been saying yes too often. You've been stretching yourself thin. You've been quiet when you wanted to speak up. And now you're asking, how do I stop this without losing people? How do I protect my peace without feeling like a bad person? Let's break it down. 1. Understand this truth. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you honest. Every time you say yes, just to avoid guilt, you're lying to yourself. Think about that. What kind of life are you building? If it's based on other people's comfort, but your own suffering. 2. Pause before you answer. The next time someone asks you for something, don't rush to answer. Try this. Let me check my schedule first. I'll get back to you soon. This gives you space. Space to think. Space to ask. Do I really want to do this? Is this healthy for me? You're allowed to take a breath. You don't owe anyone an instant response. 3. Use gentle but firm boundaries. Saying no doesn't have to sound mean. Try these. I can't help this time, but I hope it works out. I need to prioritize my mental health this weekend. Thanks for thinking of me, but I have too much on my plate. You're not rejecting the person. You're choosing yourself. And anyone who truly values you won't make you feel bad for that. Because here's the truth. Real respect begins where your boundaries are clear. You've been taught that saying no is cold. But what if the real self-betrayal is saying yes when your soul is screaming no? Imagine waking up tomorrow, and for the first time you feel calm. Not because your to-do list is done, not because everyone's happy, but because you didn't betray yourself today. You said no, and you survived. You disappointed someone, and your world didn't fall apart. You chose your peace over their comfort. And something inside you, it shifted. That heavy weight in your chest, gone. That voice in your head that used to whisper, "They won't like you if you say no," is now whispering something new. You matter too. You're not here to be liked by everyone. You're here to be yourself, to protect your time, your mind, your energy. And let me tell you something. The moment you stop trying to be everything to everyone is the moment you start becoming everything you were meant to be. Start small. Say no once this week, just once, and watch how powerful you feel. Because every no to them is a yes to you. And you're worth saying yes to.